Welcome back to the channel Extra Medium. In this episode, I am going to be making a single-sided rear stand for my race bike. Now, I found this cycling trainer at Goodwill for $5. Amazingly, all of the fasteners on this were metric, so I took them all out. And not on camera, but I went ahead and disassembled it. Now, as you can see, it's just about the right height for a rear stand on my race bike. A few legs left to chop off. I'll mark those and go ahead and cut those off. And then I just want to clear the paint from everywhere that I'm going to weld. Now, since all of my motorcycles, including the race bike, have single-sided swing arms, I only need one side to stick up. But since there's only one side sticking up, with one pin holding one side of the swing arm, I definitely need to make sure that this is built with enough strength to hold the entire motorcycle. Here's a quick look at the welds that I'm laying down. As you can see, I'm getting better. Just kidding, my son did that. Anyway, I need to make some cross members for the bottom of the stand, so I'll use this scrap metal that I had lying around and cut that so that it sits flush with the top of the tubes. Just checking to make sure that these are mounted perpendicular, and I'll go ahead and weld them on. So while looking through my scrap pile, I found this bicycle handlebar that I think I'll use for this project. I don't like when paddock stands have handles that stick backward and they're a trip hazard, so I'm going to make this one removable or adjustable. I'm taking this stem and I'm marking where I need to cut it off. After that, I'll weld it in this position right here. Once done, I'll just cap the back of it so it's all one piece, and there's no risk of water getting in and rusting my masterpiece. There. Now, simply using the same size Allen head as the rest of the race bike, I can remove or adjust the length of the handle. Seems to work pretty well. Now I'll use some more bicycle components to make the pin that sticks into the side of the swing arm. Now this does need to have quite a bit of strength, so in addition to the aluminum outer part, which is the proper outer diameter to fit the inner diameter of the axle, I'm using this solid piece that came with the bicycle trainer. Using both of these together will offer quite a bit of strength and rigidity. Now, it's not the proper outer diameter to fit the inner diameter of this tube, so I will use this insert from a muffler that I removed as a bushing. I simply chopped it and I will squeeze it together and stick it inside, and that will take up the excess space within the tube. Now if I slide the pin in, I can see that it's a much tighter fit now, but it still needs a little bit of play removed. In order to do that, I'll use a set screw on the top. All I need to do is to drill some holes through all of the material, and then I will weld a nut onto the tube. Now, choosing the right bolt is important here too. So you want to future-proof it and to make sure that everything's easy for you in the future. So I use the same size Allen head bolt as all the rest of the bolts on my race bike and the other bolts on this stand. Things like that will make your life easier. A little bit of spray paint to make sure it doesn't rust, and it seems very solidly mounted. I'm going to try it out. Now, I was really nervous to do this for the first time on camera, but this is the first time, and sure enough, it worked. So the design was good, and it had enough space for the tire to have a warmer on it underneath, and it stood the bike right up. There's a little bit of a wobble because my garage floor is not flat, but I think on a flat surface it will do just fine. So here's the adjustable handle, and there we go. Look, you can slide it right in. I love it. There it is, finished product. Thanks for watching me turn trash into almost treasure. I really appreciate it. I hope you tune in next time.